Our first test is going to be an ORP test. ORP stands for Oxidation Reduction Potential. Each of these liquids either increases oxidation in your body or decreases it based on the number you're going to see on the ORP meter. A positive number means it's increasing oxidation, it's increasing aging, and it makes your body more likely to get illnesses and diseases. However, a negative number is going to be slowing down the aging process and preventing illnesses and diseases to happen in your body. So first thing, this is Kangen water. Kangen means return to origin in Japanese. And this is a 9.5 pH. We're going to show that to you. Then we have tap water. This is all the rest. And the first thing I'm going to do is crack these bottles and fill it up, fill up the glasses, and then we'll begin the test. So this is the ORP meter. I'm going to turn it on. And remember, we're looking for either a positive number or a negative number. A positive number, it's speeding up the aging process, and a negative number means it's slowing it down and being an antioxidant. So first we have Dasani. Dasani showing positive 333. We come over to the Smart Water. A lot of people try to drink this because they think it's, better for them. This is almost 300 positive as well. Then we have the Gatorade, right? You always see the pro athletes drinking Gatorade. And let's see if it's actually helping you or hurting you. It's right around 300 as well. Then we have the vitamin water. These became pretty popular in the last few years. It's about a little bit better. It's about 230, positive 230. And then this one's pretty deceiving. It's carbonated water, Perrier water. So people think, oh, I don't like the taste of bottled or tap, so I'm going to drink this water and it's good for me. Well, let's see what Perrier is on the scale here. It's actually positive 150. It's a little bit better than the rest. And then we have Sprite. These all symbolize, sodas. This could be Coca-Cola, it could be any soda. This is just a clear liquid, and that's going to matter for the pH test we're going to do in a moment. So Sprite is actually going to be a positive 223. Then we have tap water. This tap is the tap water from my house here in Vancouver, Canada. Every city has different water, source water. So this one's 174 positive. And then we have the Kangen water 9.5, which is going to show a negative 200. So it's really on the opposite side of the spectrum. And what we're really looking for here is a negative number. And as you can see, this is clearly the water that is going to be giving you the most anti-aging and slowing down the oxidation in your body, your cells, etc. All right. The second test we're going to do is called a pH test. pH stands for potential hydrogen. And the pH scale goes from 0 to 14. 7 is neutral. And it actually will demonstrate the same beverages that we used in the ORP test. It's going to demonstrate whether or not they're acidic. Acidity equals sickness or alkaline. And alkalinity promotes good health. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pH drops. They're an indicator drop. And I'm going to put a few drops into each of the liquids. And then we're going to see what color it changes to. I'm going to give each one a little stir. So as you can see, the only one that is actually truly alkaline and good for your body is the Kangen water, 9.5 pH, which is a nice, beautiful purple. And the rest of these are all pretty acidic. Besides the Smart Water, it's closer to neutral, and tap water is also close to neutral. The government mandates that tap water is neutral because if it's acidic, it's gonna rust the pipes. It's gonna ruin the pipes. It's gonna cost them a lot of money. You would think that they're looking out for us, the pipes in our bodies, but in reality, they're just looking out for the bottom line for the government. And they dump a whole bunch of different chemicals into here. So what I wanna demonstrate to you is when you drink Kangen water, it balances your body back out. But if you're consuming these beverages that are highly acidic, it's gonna take a really crazy amount of Kangen water to have any sort of impact. So I'm gonna pour a little bit into the Dasani, and you're gonna see it does start to change and fight, but look how quickly it's gonna change back to, it's gonna change back. You're gonna see the power here. It's starting to go back to an orange. You can see that it's a green now, and it will eventually go back to acidity. That's how bad the Dasani is for you. And if we do it with these other waters, it's gonna have a similar impact. If we go with some of the Gatorade and the vitamin water, it's not even doing anything here. That's how bad this stuff is for you. On average, it takes 32 glasses of 9.5 pH Kangen water to neutralize 1 can of soda. And the tap water here, see, the tap water is the one that we can get to alkaline the easiest. I want to demonstrate something to you in this picture over here. So let's say this picture represents your body or the body of your child. And, you know, a child's fairly small. This is about half a gallon of water, a couple of liters. And if we dump a whole bunch of pH drops in here, what we're going to do is just illustrate to you how bad soda truly is. So if I give this a little stir, you're going to see it's a nice, beautiful 9.5 pH alkaline water. And then I'm going to take the Sprite and pour just 1 cap of Sprite in here. And you tell me how bad this stuff is for you. Now you can see it transforming slowly. Well, it's actually quite fast. And it's transforming the water from a beautiful purple alkaline state. And now it's going a blue to a green. And look at that. It's going all the way to an acidic color now. It's pretty crazy. So clearly the best water that you can drink so far, the ORP test, it's a clear winner. And an alkaline test, it's a clear winner. You definitely want to have the best quality water in your body. We're mostly made of water, 75%, and this will increase your health. It'll increase the years on your planet and increase the overall well-being of your whole entire family. All right, test number 3 is going to demonstrate the comparison between cold tap water and cold Kangen water's ability to hydrate your body, hydrate your cells. Now, as you probably know, most of the time when you make tea, you need to heat up the water so that it breaks down the molecules so it can penetrate the tea bag. We're going to use a tea bag to illustrate the cells of your body and its ability to be hydrated from tap water compared to Kangen water. So I have a Yamamoto green tea here. I'm going to open this and we're going to get started. So I'm going to put the dry tea bag in here and we're going to start with tap water. And I'll give it a couple dunks under. It's not really doing too much. Put the tea bag over here. And now I'm going to use cold Kangen water 9.5. And give it a couple dunks. And clearly it is much more, the tea is coming out, it's a much darker color. And you're probably thinking, well, it's not really fair because here it was a dry tea bag and here it was wet. So what I'll do is I'm going to put this tea bag back over here. And now let's give it another shot. It's wet this time around. Let's see what the tap water can do. I'm going to give it a couple seconds, couple dunks to see how dark it can get. It's not too dark. Go back over here. Let's try the 9.5 Kangen water again. So you can see this is significantly superior when it comes to hydration. But just for the example, I'm going to do it one more time. We have tap water again. Let's see if this will help. Not much. And then one final time, I'm going to do the Kangen water. So it's pretty obvious, guys, that the Kangen water has superior hydration. It has the ability to penetrate through the cells. You're not going to get that bloating feeling if you've ever slammed a big glass of water at the gym or when you're exercising or just in general. It needs some time to break down, whereas Kangen water gets absorbed through your cells instantly, just like the tea bag here. And I'm going to show you one other really cool thing where I'm going to take the tea bag. I'm just going to drop a few drops here and a few drops in here. Now the tea bag's not even in there at all. I'm going to take the tap water and see if it will make some tea just from the drops. And it's basically clear, nothing happened. And take the 9.5 pH Kangen water. Look at that, it can still make pretty much a full glass of tea just with the leftover drops. How amazing is that, guys? Kangen water is superior in every single way. So, we're going to show you a couple more tests. All right, we're back. We're going to do test number 4. This is going to illustrate the power of one of the different types of water that the Kangen water K8 makes. As I mentioned earlier, it produces 5 types of water. Now we're going to illustrate 11.5 pH. It's a very powerful degreaser and cleaner. So first, I'm going to take cherry tomatoes here. It's a fresh package I got from the superstore. And I'm going to fill up 2 cups with these tomatoes. And when you buy your fruits and vegetables, you most likely always wash them before you eat them, right? You rinse them in the tap water, and that's what we did before we had our machine as well. And we're gonna see the difference between what tap water will do. And we're gonna let this sit for just a few minutes. And this, I've actually switched over now to the 11.5 pH Kangen water, which comes from the machine as well. We're going to see what happens when we soak it with this. And while we wait for this to sit, I'm going to demonstrate what's actually happening here by taking 2 different cups and using a little bit of sesame oil. And I don't know if you remember back from school, but in school, most people were taught that water and oil don't mix, they separate. So as an illustration here, what's happening with the oil-based pesticides and herbicides that get sprayed onto our produce or fruits or veggies, I'm going to take a little bit of oil. And first I'm going to put the tap water and see what happens, whether or not it mixes together. And just like we were taught in school, the water and oil are separating, the oil is rising to the top. And now we're going to take the 11.5 pH Kangen water. If you go back to school and show this to your science teacher, they might have a heart attack. But look at the difference of what's possible. Wow, completely emulsified that oil. So imagine what this could do around your home. You can clean your entire house, your bathrooms, your kitchens, your oven. different appliances, even the brake dust off of your car tires, it completely takes it all off. It's chemical free. There's no side effects. If you were to drink this or your kids were to drink this, nothing would happen to them. Like if they drank a cleaner, from underneath the sink, they would probably need to be taken to emergency and things can get really, really ugly. So that's what's really happening right here. Now I'm gonna quickly give this a little stir here. And give this a little bit of a stir as well. And we're gonna see what happens when you let your fruits and vegetables soak like you normally would at home. We'll pour out the tap water first. Doesn't look like very much stuff came off. Now we're gonna take the 11.5 pH Kangen water. And you can see that there is a bit of a tint to the color of the water. And depending on what type of pesticides they're using, some of them are clear and some of them have a color. But really the biggest difference that you'll feel is the texture of the actual tomatoes and the taste and the flavor. Clearly you can't demonstrate that through the video, but once you get your Kangen machine and you give this test at your house, you're gonna notice that this one still has an oily sort of residue on top of it. And when you bite into it and taste it, you can taste the chemicals. There's like an aftertaste to it. And when you taste this, this is very delicious. I don't even like tomatoes, but after you rinse them off, it's really nice. And it tastes fresh. It kind of pops in your mouth and it tastes fresh out of the garden. So this just shows you the power. This can emulsify, the Kangen 11.5 can emulsify oils, clean your fruits and vegetables effectively. You get an unlimited supply from your machine in your home. Tap water, and oil don't mix. And you can see there's a bit of a residue that comes off here. And in some cases with strawberries and blueberries and things, it's very disgusting. So that was test number 4, the power of 11.5.